No. Lightning versus Sensei.
And also, before we get ourselves in the match, just looking at some other sets been going on, Swessy actually performing a massive losers run after beating me in losers round 2. Actually just been going on and on with this Bowser Jr. pick, potentially playing off against Sinister. And of course we have Fresh versus Stabila Bro, Pac-Man versus Min for that yellow demon battle. Both of those gonna be having to see who gets into top 8, but already once we're in top 8, gonna be playing Sensei versus Lightning Quiz. Can you find this test it's in?
Let's get into it, folks. And it's no surprise here from Sensei that we're going to see the Pyra pick here, because Pyra does way better against Cloud than Snake does against Cloud. Snake is a bad matchup for Cloud is a bad matchup for Snake, I should say. But right now, what I should say is that this is a pretty even game, because as you can see, it's been a matter of both players getting what they're looking for first. It's been LQ7 getting the up airs, and then Sensei just kind of getting, you know, the typical Python Nair combos and stuff, things like that. But right now, it's been more the Sensei show. He's been getting his damage, he's been getting his openings, and he hasn't really given many openings to LQ7 so far.
Yeah, and like another thing that Yay is in the building. And just a funny thing I was about to mention, Yay has DQ'd. So as they drop their soul off, the curse continues to live on in the Brethrens in the competition. That air dots, you got to especially watch out that recovery, especially with Mythra, with how those type of mistakes can just absolutely take off your stock.
Yeah, they definitely can, man. Man, Yay DQ'd? That's unfortunate. Oh, well, I guess he's done for the day. But either way, right now we are not watching him, man. But yeah, no, I think now that he's transferred his soul to this next being, I think it's up to the other Cloud to carry on the curse. But the curse of Cloud back air seeming to be a bit stronger. That's going to be the stock, and only 41 extra credits has been put on LQ7 so far. And now you can see him warming up so much. He's opening him up just like that. And Sensei not having provided this answer just yet, as LQ7 continues to have his way.
Catching onto those anti-airs is Lightning Quiz. You just see the ways that a lot of Clouds love taking advantage of those jump habits, and especially a lot of Mythras love jumping in a lot of those areas, especially when it comes down to Mythra, just because of that type of movement that they have. But that just, when you have those type of obvious options, especially a character like Cloud that can take advantage of you have to be a lot more careful with what you throw out.
Definitely agree with you, man. You have to be so careful of what you're doing, and especially against LQ7, because if you throw out that Nair to land, he will space around it and he will kill you for it. LQ7, despite a really early SD, still manages to go up here, and the gameplay is off, just like how LQ7 has been going off himself. He's going to continue to get those forward airs, that back air, and now he's actually off stage, so I lied. He wasn't going off. He was actually getting punished, but still getting off with that up B into the up air combo into the side B as well.
We were going off stage for a little bit, and now, as we say, Lightning Quiz was about to go off with that finishing touch. Sensei able to evade themselves, saying, you get yourself to detention if you play too many games with me.
Yeah, so you will not play these games. You will play with death instead, bro. But he has not found this opportunity to make Sensei play with death. You're now finally getting it by going off ledge and sweet spotting it. Oh my god, LQ7 taking him out to the blast zone.
Absolutely detrimental. You've got to watch out those copies, because as soon as Clouds start feeling themselves, it's another day. It's another day.
That was insane.
And actually, we got ourselves a head up. Yay accidentally DQ'd due to the timer, so we'll be getting to see their set after this.
Okay, cool. But yeah, no, that was insane from LQ7, man. He had despite that SD, he had dominance. As soon as the gameplay came back and he got that up B into up air, he just continued to carry him from coast to coast. He did not stop for a minute, bro. Absolutely insane plays from an insane player, and it's gonna put him up one game.
Maybe also, turning off that monitor was what LQ7 need to find that limit energy to come back into it. Because it definitely was looking to be Sensei's title with how they were playing.
Wait, is that allowed? Can you just turn the lights off at one point and just kind of throw off his opponent?
I mean, if we're at a venue, you could just hit the controller out and just take the venue off.
That's true. There's no exact rule saying that you cannot take your opponent's controller, smash it into pieces, and then combo them forever. But anyway, there is a rule against yelling a lot in your opponent's face. Shout out to Mike Hayes, but right now Sensei trying to yell into LQ7's face by going with this snake pick.
Perhaps was just saying, maybe I need to just play this personally, maybe change it off with this type of playstyle. Although this ain't the greatest matchup for Snake, maybe just saying, maybe this is just what I have to play it a little bit different, and maybe I just have to try and find this off.
Just like both these players are different in how they play and how I am different. But anyway, speaking of different right now, this is a very, very different game than the first stock that we saw, which was pretty even, and even Sensei favored. It's actually very LQ7 favored, and he won the last game dominantly. So what is that saying, man? I don't know, but right now what we're saying is this ledge trap scenario only LQ7, so let's make it off.
And just another thing I'm wanting to see from Sensei, actually trying to lay this back a little bit and actually force Cloud to approach. And actually going to be taking advantage of that recovery. Worst thing is, Cloud, as we've been saying early in the stream, you got to watch that recovery because that is your biggest flaw.
That it is, man. It is his flaw and a half right now. But LQ7, despite having that flaw, still trying to get his way in through this very unflawed gameplay that we're seeing from Sensei. Continually hurtling back with these grenades, controlling the space, and then making his way in, whether it be with dash attacks, C4s, or what have you. Very few mistakes coming out from him, but that's going to be one of them. That's going to be LQ7 getting that back air. Now looking for the kill, maybe going to find something. Nope, not quite. Instead, Sensei turning it around.
I actually saw LQ7 looking for the cross glass up in that anti-air, but able to get that stock off. Another thing I'm liking from Sensei, forcing Cloud to actually approach here. In some ways, Cloud likes to get those anti-airs, get those type of counters. When you force Cloud to actually play your game, then no, we ain't playing Final Fantasy VII. We're now playing Metal Gear Solid. We've gone from Solid to Final.
Yeah, Solid to Final. I like that a lot. Speaking of final, bro, LQ7 not really looking like he is in a position to make this final right now, as Sensei is going to get that F tilt after taking a nice 43 from LQ7. Despite that, both players still exchanging these ledge options. Sensei going for the shield grenade option, the classic, man. You see Snakes going for that time and time again. You see BR1 going for that a lot, but you also see every Snake across the board going for that up tilt. That's going to net the stock, and just like that, LQ7 is now down again for worse.
And yeah, especially as Cloud, you want to take advantage of that space and force your type of opponent in. But now, Sensei with this stock lead doesn't really have to approach here, continue laying it back as they've been doing as well. But now you try to see that LQ7 trying to find those type of openings as it's needed. Sensei constantly evading with those dash attack and burst options, getting that F tilt, setting up for the ledge trap position, but not going to get it right there. It has been scary. It has been scary nonetheless.
It's been really scary, man. And you know what's crazy? Last game, Sensei's Pyra was the one leading it, only for LQ7 to come back and get like a huge lead to win the game. That's the complete opposite of what's happened in this game. LQ7 had the lead on the first stock, but you see what Sensei's doing right now. He is okay to kill himself for the C4 if he can get the tick damage to bring the next C4 into not quite the kill range, but it doesn't matter to Pyra.
We're having too many explosives out here. It's like a gender reveal party. It's too much right now. And Sensei gonna be taking off that stock there. That change really working out with them. That just the play style differences can easily work out when it comes down to it. You're saying, I'm more comfortable laying it back. You gotta be a little bit less uncomfortable here.
Yeah, no, that was a good line right there. I was gonna say it was a Michael Bay movie, but I appreciate the gender reveal thing. But speaking of appreciate, though, LQ7's gonna have to appreciate that snake and gonna have to respect it a lot more, because we saw a lot of dominance come out from Sensei once he finally was able to unmask it. But here we go. Game number 3. What is LQ7 going to switch up here is the question.
I'm actually wondering if it's a case where you go towards the stage like Battlefield, which I more or less see being banned, but maybe let's see if we saw from Ye earlier, playing those type of platforms and try and force those type of approaches from Snake onto you. And yeah, we're going to a different type of Battlefield stage here. Gonna be going towards smaller Battlefield.
It's a smaller Battlefield, bro. Here we go. Now, whose battlefield is it going to be? Is it going to be the battlefield of the cloud or of the snake, bro? Is it going to be the sky field or is it going to be the ground small snake field? You guys know what I'm trying to say, but I'm not saying it right. But right now, what's being done right is Sensei. He's getting all of these snake extensions that he wants. The shield with grenades, the down air chains. He's getting it all, while LQ7 just kind of watching from the sidelines and being forced to respect it on.
And if we also need to mention a lot of trends that have been started, perhaps you kind of want to lay back. Most of the time, how it's been, the person gets a good start, but the other player adapts. Perhaps you want to lay back more and try and work on those type of habits that it's been going, as what both players try and throw out as well. Maybe that's the type of position it is, and you can try and see the way both of them are actually laying back a little bit, trying to lay low and not find themselves getting too many hits, but trying to find as to what other player likes to do in each position.
Yeah, man. Positioning is going to be really interesting because right now the positioning's been working for LQ7, except for that instance, man. You go for that cross slash on the shield. You are asking to get grabbed and thrown. And right now LQ7 showing that he wants to get grabbed, thrown, and just taken out. As Sensei continues to try to take him out with these double down airs.
Oh, you can see he was looking for something.
Yeah.
And absolutely, a lot of times you'll see the ways they're able to get those edge guards, especially when it comes down to that Nikita. A lot of times that is the go-to option for Snake, but now C4 on the building. Can they find a way to evade through this?
Oh, okay, not quite going to do it just yet, and that's the C4 tech chase on the platform. Sensei getting a little bit creative with how he uses his plants, man. That was really nice of him, but speaking of nice, man, LQ7 getting a nice dash tech, send his opponent up into the air, avoiding the wall too, and getting the back air. That was really nice from LQ7, realizing, okay, there's a C4 here, there's a Nikita here, my back air can go here. There it is. We talk about positioning in LQ7, showing that in that instance, he had it.
And also, speaking of that back air, I kind of want to see a little bit more of those back air cancels when it comes down to the platforms. The way that Cloud can play around it when it comes to that pressure game. A lot of times they'll just try and utilize a lot of their movement and positions. But Sensei tipping up that wall, keeping up those explosives. Can LQ7 find some sense of answer here? As it's looking right now, we're going to go back to back in class.
Yeah, man. All right, LQ7 again dropping down with that forward air, looking for the back air, but Sensei, smart, goes down below. LQ7's been trying to control the air very nicely, so Sensei is going to play ground, and I think that's why we've seen a huge adaptation so far from him on the snake pick, is that he's been playing grounded. He'll very rarely use an aerial, and it's only for a tech chase scenario with down air. He does such a good job of staying on that ground and forcing LQ7 to space him out, and for him to hit him time and time again. But LQ7 at least going to find that back
Oh
there.
no, I don't like that! And that was the stock! But they should be alive here. Oh wait.
Yeah, that's
They should live! Come on, I want to be right!
Oh,
I want to be right! Not right here.
Not right. Unfortunate. That is how the snake will crumble you, bro. That's the Nikita, and that's the one to go up 2-1. I believe this is a best of 5 set, meaning LQ7 still has just a little bit more time to rock on this stage, but I mean, right now it's not looking good. Sensei did a really amazing job of adapting both this game and the last, because this one was a 2-stock, and game number 2 was not. If anything, Sensei has only gotten better and better so far, and it is scary.
And when you think of like how you type of change it up, Lightning Quiz is almost an entirely sole Cloud. They almost have like 1,000 games with just Cloud and only like 4 with any other character. They mostly only drop that. So I can't really see a character change, but perhaps a layout change when it comes down to what they need to go with.
Yeah, definitely, man. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see a lot of changes. I think to add on to your whole thing about the layer change, small battlefields, from what I've heard, is one of Snake's best stages, if not his best. I can't remember who told me that exactly. It might have been BR1, but somebody definitely did. So for you to take Snake to that spot might not be the best play. So LQ7 gonna have to take him somewhere else, gonna have to change the game plan around, maybe use a bit more jab, maybe grab, just use some more grounded options to start up those huge damage output combos that we see. But no, LQ7 actually still opting to go to the small battlefield here instead. Okay.
More likely, expecting for those type of bans. I'm probably expecting those bans from Sensei for Battlefield. When they say I just want at least some form of Battlefield stage. And that's more so of a player pick than less so of a counter pick, as it goes. But with how the first game went beforehand, I was expecting at least a longer stage for LQ7 to lay it back a little bit and force Snake in some ways to approach there.
Oh, that's the Nair. Oh my goodness. He could have had that side B with the limit cross slash, man. If he got that move, that would have been that would not have been the kill, but it would have been a definite kill situation. He would have had to make Snake recover, but either way, man, as a result, LQ7's on the ledge, and LQ7 is bleeding just a little bit, but no, makes it back with the tech. Still trying to find something else here with these back airs, forward airs, everything, but no, Sensei now just looking for his win condition with that grab. You can see him going in, using that grenade disperse of these blade beams that LQ7's been using time and time again, man. Sensei just has control. Like,
Absolutely.
He's just controlling the pace.
And I think another thing when it comes down to that blade beam, I think LQ7 actually utilizing it to throw those grenades back at Sensei in some positions, but it also forces them in that type of end-to-end lag to where Sensei can find them ways to open it.
Let's see what opening he's able to find now. Is just like that. That's the 22, and that's LQ7. Not really doing very much. He's just kind of running in, shielding, and then, like we said, they're getting that grab. Now going to set the Snake up in a bad position, but the hard read on the up smash is not the way you want to play that. You want to play that very patiently and just cover some options, send him back in disadvantage, and then set yourself up for the kill. But either way, man, Sensei now are Lightning maybe with the opportunity. No, Sensei using his rolls very nicely, gets back to the center.
And just another time when you try and see them, so they trying to set up those ledge traps, but of course LQ7 trying to find a way to actually play their game and actually maybe saying, I got Metal Gear Solid back at GameStop, he's not turning it in, he's getting a substitute. Finally getting that stock right now, finally finding something as well. They were struggling so much when it comes to this type of hits.
Yeah, that he is, man. He was struggling so much, but now still struggling just a little bit. Able to find the down tilt, though, into the neutral B, into this forward air chain. Sensei now kind of choking on his own words now, not having the chance to set up the grenades, but with that F tilt, that might, do it. That's just gonna do it, man.
And another thing, when it comes down to Cloud, of course you want to air dodge to maybe get yourself farther, but against Snake, that Nikita is free insert if you aren't going to be careful of that. It can bite you right in the booty if you don't be careful, especially when it comes down to recovering.
Yeah, it can definitely bite you, man. Speaking of biting, though, that down air is looking for a chomp, and it's looking for the kill, man. That's what's gonna happen. It's crazy because LQ7 on that last stock did just a few things wrong, took 75 and then died off the side. Like, that is crazy. That just shows how amazing Sensei's neutral, punish, and everything is. He has more than earned his spots in winners finals over LQ7, and he will continue to move on. Great plays from a great player, and they are not done yet. We're gonna see him in just a little bit once again.
Yeah, absolutely. Great performance with that switch up. Although we were mentioning it was a struggle of the matchup, perhaps that's just a case where you're more comfortable with those type of picks, playing it back, forcing Cloud to approach you and getting hit with those type of aerials and taking advantage of Cloud's recovery. That might just be how you get the markers as the Sensei. That might just be how you're doing it. I mean, Sensei knows best. I mean, we're just the students in the classroom. We're just the ones in the back talking about what's going on, or we're the ones gossiping. Sensei is the one handing out the sheets, handing out the test scores.
That's true, bro. The student has yet to overtake the master. Speaking of master real quick, this has nothing to do with master. I just wanted to quickly use that as a transition. I am having a lot of deja vu. I don't know why, but when I look at this bracket that we have right now, Ye versus Amante, and Sensei taking it over Lightning, and then in losers, Fresh and Sinister, and then Gato and Lazy Zach.